Hello, myself Santosh Raikar, Assistant Professor of Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Angadi Institute of Technology and Management, Belagavi. In last video, we were discussed something about Ohm's laws and Kirchhoff's laws. In this video, we'll discuss analysis of series, parallel and series parallel circuits which are excited by independent voltage sources. Now let us consider the series circuit. A series circuit, it is nothing but it is end-to-end connection. So whatever be the circuit parameters, so here usually the circuit parameter, or we can say that circuit component, so those components are connected end to end, or we can also say that one after the other. A series circuit is one in which several resistances are connected one after the other. Such connection, such type of connection, it is called as what? End to end connection or cascade connection. So there is only one path for the flow of current. So let us consider this is a circuit. It consists of three resistances R1, R2 and R3 with a voltage source of what? Vs. So there is only one current path. So this is only a single current path. So in this circuit, here you just apply the KVL. In this case we need to calculate so what is the equivalent value of the resistance, and even we need to what determine the characteristics of the what the series circuit. So here the sum of the voltages are around the loop in the figure must be equal to 0 by KVL. That means apply the KVL for this circuit. If you apply KVL for this circuit, so then what happens? So here I shown the current direction here, because the potentials are shown here. This is what higher, always current always flow from higher potential to what the lower potential. So here also it is higher potential to lower potential, higher potential to what lower potential. Then I used to write what so in this way the my tracing is what so anti-clockwise direction I used to consider. So here all the voltage drop, that is voltage drop across the resistor R1 is V1, voltage drop across the resistor R2 is V2, voltage drop across the resistor R3 is V3. So all the voltage drops are considered is what? It is positive. So since here I can apply the KVL to this network, then this is what minus Vs plus V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equals to 0, because current direction in this way. So I am moving in this way, in this direction. So here I can consider V3 plus V3 plus V2 plus V1, but here this is what minus Vs, that is equals to what 0. Call this as what equation number 1. Now just rearrange the things just according to the Ohm's law. So just apply the Ohm's law. So here current is same for all resistor. So since just voltage drop across the resistor R1 can be written as this is R1 into I due to Ohm's law. Then voltage drop across the V2, that is represented as I into R2. Voltage drop across the resistor R3, that is represented as R3 into I. Now here the current is common, it is removed out. Now rearrange this to isolate the current through this series circuit. Then I is equals to Vs divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. Call this as equation number 3. Now we can find the voltage across the n number of resistors. If there are n number of resistors are there, if the n number of resistors are there, in that case the how the voltage across the n number of resistor, so that we can define here using Ohm's law. The current through the nth resistor is equal to the voltage across the resistor divided by the resistance. Substitute this in for I and multiply by the resistance. Now here it is nothing but see this is the what total current, isn't it? So if you can apply Ohm's law for the n number of resistances are connected to the what circuit. So if you apply Ohm's law for the n number of resistors are connected to the circuit, V suffix n, that is equals to what, R suffix n into I. I is also given here. So just substitute equation number 3 in equation number 4. So then what happens, in place of I can just substitute what, Vs divided by what, R1 plus R2 plus R3. Then call this as equation number 4. Now you just separate the terms. So this is for what, only 3 resistor. If there are n number of resistors are there, so then you can write like this, that is Vn is equals to Rn divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is 1 up to what, Rn into Vs. So this is also called as what, the voltage divider method. Call this as equation number 5. Now this is a circuit, actual circuit. The n number of resistances are connected here. The voltage across the set of resistors is known and can also be represented as the sum of voltage across each resistor. So as you know that in series circuit, the voltage will be divided, then sum of voltage, that voltage source, that is Vs, is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3 so on up to what, it is Vn. Call this as equation number 6. Now here again use the Ohm's law. If you use the Ohm's law, so voltage drop across the resistor R1, so here it can be substituted as I into R1, plus voltage drop across the resistor R2, it is substituted as I into R2. Then voltage drop across the resistor R3, it is substituted as what, I into R3. Then this is 1 up to voltage drop across the what, resistance R suffix n, it is substituted as I into R suffix n. Call this as equation number 7. Now here the factor the current out. Now in this case you just remove the current out because current is common here. You just remove the current out by dividing the left side by the current. So here you just take the current as a common in this equation. So next divide both the side, LHS as well as RHS side, by the current. Then what happens, this Vs divided by I, this becomes what, Rs. Then this is what, R1 plus R2 plus R3 so on up to Rn. Then I get cancelled here. Then finally the equivalent resistance of resistors which are connected in series, so which is given as Rs is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 so on up to what, Rn. Call this is as equation number 8. So this is the what, effective value of the resistance when n number of resistances are connected in what, series. So that is nothing but summation of the what, all the resistances. So then what are the characteristics of what, series circuit? So first characteristic we can consider here, the same current flow through the each resistances. That means here the current is same for all the resistances. This is the first characteristics. Then second characteristic is what, the supply voltage V is the sum of individual voltage drop across the resistances. That means that here there are number of voltage drops you can find. That means voltage across the each resistances are what, different. Then the net voltage you can consider here the summation of what, the all the voltage drops, that is V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3 so on up to what, Vn. Then the equivalent resistance is equal to the sum of the individual resistances. So just now only just derive the things, the R equivalent value or effective value of the resistance, that is R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 so on up to what, Rn. Now the equivalent resistance is the largest of all the individual resistances. So this is one more characteristics you can observe here. The equivalent resistance is the largest of all the individual resistances. The equivalent resistance, that is R, it is greater than R1. Again the equivalent resistance R, it is again greater than R2. Then again you can find out the equivalent resistance R, again it is greater than what, Rn. So these are the what characteristics of what, the series circuit. Next we'll move to parallel circuit. Now parallel circuit, it is nothing but So when the number of resistances which are connected across one another in such a way that one terminal of each is connected to form a junction point, while the remaining end are also joined to form another junction point. See, this is a parallel circuit. So resistances are connected in such a way that the one terminal of each is connected to form a junction time. This is a one terminal you can, this is what one junction point, because number of resistance terminals are connected here. So another terminals here, so this is what termed as another junction point. So such type of combination, it is called as what? Parallel circuit. So here in case of the parallel circuit, just represent the number of resistance R1, R2, R3, R4 are connected in parallel. So you just represent the current through each resistor, that is current through the resistor R1 is I1, current through the resistor R2 is I2, current through the resistor R3 is I3, current through the resistor R4 is I4. Then voltage drop across all the resistors are what? It is equal. Now here just for this circuit, so you just apply the what? Kirchhoff's current law. So if you apply the Kirchhoff's current law, so you know what is the Kirchhoff's current law? Current entering to the node is equals to current leaving to the node. Just supposed to represent what is the current entering to the node and what is the current leaving to the node. Suppose you consider this is a node. If you consider this is a node, IS current it is entering to the node. Then I1, I2, I3, I4 currents are what? These are what? Leaving the node. So in Kirchhoff's current law, what we just studied, so where the current entering, so in that case you're supposed to consider it as a what? It is a positive value. Where the current leaving, in that case you're supposed to consider it as what? Those are what? The negative values, isn't it? So since according to that you can write then that minus Is is plus I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 is equals to 0. Now from Ohm's law you can represent that is 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 equals to, you just separate the things, that this Is it is separated here. Is is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So in place of I1 you can write from Ohm's law V divided by R1, because here voltage drop for all the component of the resistance is same. Since I1 is V divided by R1, I2 is V divided by R2, I3 is V divided by R3, I4 is V divided by R4. So call this as equation number what? 10. So next point is what? So factoring and dividing by the constant voltages. The equivalent resistance can be found for these resistors. Now divide all terms by left hand side and right hand side by what? Voltage V. So if you divide here V and here also V, so V get cancelled here right hand side, and here you will get what? Is divided by V, it is nothing but what? The 1 divided by Rs. So then you can get 1 divided by Rs is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus so on up to 1 divided by Rn. So this is the what? The equivalent value of resistance when n number of resistances are what? Connected in what? Parallel. So in that case how you can consider the reciprocal of the equivalent value of the resistor is equals to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistors. So that is the what? The parallel combination if n number of resistors are connected in parallel. Now here we can find the current through each of the resistor with current division. So current division rule or current division method, here we can suggest. So you know in general form Is is equals to what? 1 divided by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 up to 1 divided by Rn into V. So from equation number 10 you can observe the voltage across each resistor is the same. Here voltage across each resistor is same here. Now from Ohm's law, here you can write in place of V, you can write it as a what? In into Rn. Just represent here In into Rn, then rearrange this equation and solve for In. Here In can be solved here. If In is solved, this becomes what? Is divided by Rn into 1 divided by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus so on up to 1 by Rn into minus 1. This is equation number 15. Now, so this is called as what? Current division rule. So this can also be understood as equating the voltage across the Rn branch to the voltage across the equivalent resistance Rs, because the voltage across a parallel connection is the same. So if the voltage across the parallel connection is same, that is n number of resistors voltage drop, that is equals to what? Voltage drop across the what? The equivalent value. So that is In Rn is equals to Is into Rs. So next move on to the what? Characteristics of parallel circuit. So it also has the number of characteristics. First characteristic is that the voltage or potential difference across all the resistances in parallel is always same. This is the first characteristic. That means all the voltage drops across the resistances are what? Same here. So in series circuit, all the current through the resistance are what? Same. So here the total current is always sum of all the individual currents. So here the current will be divided. The net current or the total current is the what? Sum of or summation of the what? The individual current, that is I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3 so on up to what? In. Then the reciprocal of the equivalent resistance of parallel circuit is equal to the sum of the reciprocal of the individual resistances here. So that only 1 divided by R n is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 so on up to what? 1 by Rn. So this is what? Effective value of the resistance in case of a parallel circuit. In case of a series circuit, we'll add all the resistances. That means we'll take the summation of the number of resistance. That will give the what? The effective value of the what? Resistance. The equivalent resistance is the smallest of all the resistances. The equivalent resistance is the smallest of all the resistance. In that case, the equivalent resistance is largest of all the resistances. So since here we can consider R is less than R1, if equivalent value of R, that is less than R1, and equivalent value, that is R is less than R2, so on up to equivalent value, this is less than what? Rn. So next one more characteristic you can observe here. The equivalent conductance is the arithmetic addition of the individual conductances. So again here you can consider one reciprocal of what? The resistance, that means what? The conductance here. So the equivalent conductance is the arithmetic addition of the what? Individual conductance. So this is one more characteristic you can observe here. Now this is the comparison between series and parallel circuits. You just quote number of comparison parameters. So what are the parameters here considered here, and just compare those parameters with series circuit and parallel circuits. First you can consider component orientation. The components are connected in one after the another, that is called as what? Series circuit, end to end connection, or this is called as what? Cascade connection. So here the components are connected in head to head and tail to tail manner. So this is what? Parallel circuit. So if you consider the comparison parameter is a current, same current flows through all the components in the circuit. So in case of parallel circuit, different current flows through each component in the circuit. That means here the current is same. Here the current will be what? Different for each component. Then next you consider the comparison parameter as a voltage. So here in case of series circuit, different potential difference exists across each component. That means voltage will be divided in case of what? Series circuit. Now here the potential difference existing across the various components in the circuit is the same. That means voltage drop or potential difference that existing across each component, that will be what? It is the same in case of what? Parallel circuit. The number of paths, here you can find only a single path in case of series circuit. In case of parallel circuit you can find multiple path. So that depends on the what number of components. Now here fault in one of the circuit components causes hindrance in operation of complete circuit. So here fault in single component does not hinder the operation of rest of the circuit. That means hinder means what? Disturb. Fault in one of the circuit component causes hindrance in operation of the complete circuit. If there is any fault occurred in any component, so that will entirely disturb to the what? Complete circuit. Here that will not take place. Even that component will be removed out. So you can also run with what remaining components. That means fault will not hinder or will not disturb. Fault will taken place in any one of the component. It will not disturb the entire operation of the what? Circuit. Now in case of that troubleshooting is to be considered for the comparison. So in case of series circuit, so troubleshooting is very difficult. That means the tracing of the circuit is very difficult. The repair of the circuit is very difficult. Maintenance of the circuit is very difficult. So in case of here parallel circuit, it is quite easy. In equivalent resistance, as you know that the equivalent resistance is always more than highest value of resistance in the series connection. Now here the equivalent resistance is always has a less value than any of the single resistors connected parallelly. So this is about the comparison of series and parallel circuit. So in next video we will come up with some more bits. Till then, thank you.